Okay, it's a late one this evening. Today is day 22 of the PTSD 22 challenge for me. I've left it until this evening, so I'm coming to the end of it. I figured the end of the day would be a good time to do this. I'm here in sunny Texas. It is Scorchio. It really is quite hot and humid still. It's probably, I think it was about 95 when I checked before we got in. The store in the background is a bit blotted out, but anyway, here we go. This is kind of my last 22, I suppose. Strange thing, really. I've had some very strange responses from doing this. Some really strange kind of responses from people to say, yeah, it looks like a good idea, but it's not for me, kind of, not for me, fuck off. Had people completely ignore it. I've had some private comments which really defy belief. I've had some fabulous mates of mine that have supported it. James, Mick, my cousin Mick, thank you so much for you and the boy doing that the other day, made my day. There again, you know, there's been a few people that I've nominated that haven't been able to do this. Baron, I'm sorry that I nominated you, and also Rad, my old buddy there from Crav. You know, I did it for all the very best reasons. I really hope you believe that, you know, because it's true enough. So, talking while doing this wasn't the smartest idea. I've no idea whether I've done 22, but I've done plenty of these over the last few weeks. But here's the thing: day 22 for me is supposed to be the end of this. But there's a whole load of people out there that this will never be the end of it for them. It will never, ever be the end for them. So, I don't know how many people have actually picked up the gauntlet and run with this since I've nominated them. Not a whole busting load of you. Some have, and I'm greatly appreciative of that. Some haven't, some have ignored it. All the people that I've nominated, I thought were kind of like-minded kindred spirits, kind of people who profess to be, you know, loyal and patriotic and support the armed forces. I've also picked people who I thought would be physically capable of doing this, have the time and the inclination to do it, and who would be able to spread the word, particularly some people who you know, have got a fair amount of following. And I suppose what I've come to realise is that nobody really gives a fuck, and I'm really sorry about that. It's not true that it's nobody, it just feels that way. And you know what, if it feels that way to me, and you know, I'm a bit tired and feel a bit punchy at the moment. I've just worked for 8 days on the trot, but you know what, that wasn't 8 days in uniform under fire in a foreign war zone. That was 8 days working in a shop, and I feel tired. And I wasn't doing it carrying 70 pounds of body armour, watching my friends getting shot. Alright, I didn't. I was working in a shop. It's like working in an office, and I could use Facebook anytime I liked and post notes and all this kind of stuff. You know, I suppose it would have been easier for everybody if I'd have just changed my profile picture and put a French flag over the top of it, because that's easy, isn't it? Or poured some ice ice water over my head. But that's not what this is about. This is just about awareness. And I suppose really today is supposed to be my last day, isn't it? I'm gonna follow this up tomorrow by explaining to you all really why it is such a sore subject for me. But you know what? My 22 is supposed to be the end, and it really isn't. And really, all I wanted to do was kind of get behind this campaign and spread the word. And I suppose to some degree I've succeeded. But it all feels a bit kind of hollow, and I don't really want for this to end without just saying, you know, if I'm struggling with this through lack of interest after 22 days, imagine somebody's been back in country for 3 years or 5 years or 6 months, and they've come back to a country that really isn't that interested in them. When they've got a problem, you know, a lot of people have just ignored my posts on this. People who I consider to be friends, who I've known for a long time, have just ignored it. And you know what? I'm fairly sure there's an awful lot of servicemen and women coming back who have got problems, like we all do, I know, but like, when they've got problems, they've found that nobody really knows how to deal with that. Nobody knows how to talk to them about it. Nobody knows how to address it. And I'm really sorry about that. I know a little bit about that, and I wish it were different. So this is me signing off, just with the reality that in the last 22 days, if that 22 suicides per day is an accurate number, Since I've been doing these push-ups, over 450 people have killed themselves because they had nobody to talk to. Let me give you that again. That's over 450 people, military veterans, with nobody to talk to, decided their best and only choice was to kill themselves. It's not right. It's not right on any level.